All right, we're live. It's Thursday, and we're doing a deep dive in one of the CRM's features. And we've been talking about email for the last two trainings. The first one, we set up our dedicated domain. We talked about warming up the server and protecting our reputation. And then the second week, we went into workflows, and we talked about the two different kind of workflows that are capable in the Launch CRM. Which is an operational workflow. And then there's promotional workflows that are just sending communications to your customers. And then there's kind of like a hybrid between the two. But I wanted to differentiate that when you have an email service provider like Klaviyo for e-commerce or MailChimp or ActiveCampaign acts a little bit more like a CRM, but a lot of ESPs will only do the promotional side. So what's cool about Launch CRM is that you can also do all the operational stuff. I'll show you a hybrid so you can kind of see what's possible. Last week, I actually was working live on Launch Commerce's operational flow that is basically a warning to people who haven't had their credit card on file or a payment got declined or something. We wanted to make sure that we were sending emails regularly for a period of like 30 days to warn them, because if they don't pay for their subscription, then all of their data gets lost and their account gets deleted. So I was working on that, and that's strictly operational. Well, it's kind of marketing too, I guess. Not marketing, but promotional communications. Let me share my screen and get into the flow of what we'll talk about today. I may have to turn my video off to make it a smooth. Can you guys see my screen? Let me know in the chat. I'll try to monitor the chat too. And if I have to turn off my video, that might help. Let me know if I start getting choppy. I think I'm having a good internet day. Okay, so the client we're going to look at today, which is awesome. I love doing these trainings where I'm actually working on real stuff. So this is Orange County Network, and it's kind of like a business directory. And so you're servicing not only the Orange County businesses that want to do advertising with this website, but you're also catering to the locals, and you're connecting the two. So that's kind of what Orange County Network's business model is. It's a lot of AI images. I'm just like tracking the visuals because I'm going to have to make emails that are on brand. And we'll talk about branding and all the different avenues and ways to think about email marketing. But I just wanted to show you who the client is and what the offer is and what we're making for them. So in the CRM, I wanted to show you an example of an automation just to kind of bridge from last week. I like to do the bridge thing. And thank you, Orange County Network, for allowing me to use your account today. Okay, so I'm in automations and workflows. That's where you build your automations. And I have this pipeline of colder traffic. It's very highly targeted though. And this is a cold email flow that's also operational because it feeds into the pipeline of Launch CRM. So someday we're going to talk about how to build out pipelines and really customize them for your salespeople, or if you're doing B2B, it's really good. So obviously Orange County Network is sort of B2B and B2C. We got the cold leads from Launch Data. I wanted to make sure that you knew that we had this product. I don't know. If you go to launchcommerce.ai and then you look at the products and then go to Launch Data, that's where you have like a search engine. And I used it to get restaurant owner, co-founder, CEO, restaurant managers, specifically, all of these titles in Orange County specifically. So I copied and pasted all of the zip codes for Orange County. And then I used, I think it's called a SIC code, SIC, is like the code for the business licenses so that it gives me just restaurants. And then you can even go as far as to only export valid emails. You can kind of preview what the emails are. Like I got a crappy list of like fast food. I thought fast food probably wasn't the best client for this type of business, but I got really good leads and really good results with this, so I wanted to share it with you. I don't love making cold email campaigns in high level. I don't think it's really built for that. There's cold email tools. And I like to use Mailshake for this type of thing, but we are getting away with it in high level and in the CRM. And I wanted to show you how we're doing it. So this is the trigger. It's triggered by when I add the CSV file, which we've gone over in my trainings as well. I tag cold restaurant, and that's what triggers this whole workflow. So those people end up in here, and I'm dripping. This action's called a drip. And if you ever have questions about what trigger you should use to do certain things, or if there's an action for something you want to do, ask the workflow AI. It can even implement stuff for you. Sometimes it says that it implements it for you and it doesn't actually. So always question the AI when it gives you answers. It's not always accurate, but use it. It'll help cut down your time on learning a bunch of stuff. So you can see who's waiting for the step. I have a list of like over 1,000 that I put in here recently, and I'm dripping them at 20 a day because of warming this domain. These are the first emails that we're sending out from this server, but also we have a salesperson who's working the pipeline. So I don't want them to be overwhelmed with how many leads they're getting in the pipeline. And I can show you the pipeline too, because it's super cool. So as you can see, I'm doing 20 every one day. And then I put in email verification. You are charged per verification. Almost everything in the CRM that you are charged for is like pennies. It's worth doing, and it's probably cut my bounce rate down by half. It's still too high, so I have to keep playing with it and trying to get that down. But that's also why I'm stressing on you guys to get a newsletter set up. I also went and taught you guys how to set up an opt-in, to put like a pop-up on your website or embed form to collect website visitors that are interested in staying in touch with you. Those are hot leads. That's as hot as they're ever going to be. So you want to make a welcome series. I think we went over that last week. And if you're interested in the replays, let me know in the chat. We'll have that available on the YouTube soon, this little 3-part series. But you want to have this welcome series set up and have regular weekly newsletters going out to the engaged segment, because it'll be the best stats you're ever going to get in your account. So it's always cleaning up after you if you're doing like the cold email thing. Okay, so here's my intro. All of these are because cold email is always just plain text, so you don't want to get caught in spam traps and stuff. We talked about that all on my last trainings as well. These are the stats. So this delivery rate's not good enough, but look at this open rate. I think some of it has to do with the fact that the businesses have like whatever their email service provider is automatically opening them or something. See, the bounce rate's too high. Bounce rate, I think you want it to be like 0.5%. Not good. This isn't good at all. But as long as you can get it down with your newsletter and stuff, it's okay. And I'm only dripping 20 a day. So this isn't as bad as it looks. And then my unsubscribes are not so bad. And the reason they're not clicking is there's no link in here. And that's why I'm not tracking the link, but I always want people to track the links when there are links. And then in this flow, this is where the contact, after they've been emailed, it goes into my first stage of my pipeline I designed. So in that stage, it says that they've been auto emailed. So the salesperson goes in, it's super easy for her. She can see, okay, all those people have been auto emailed. Then they get emailed almost, I spaced it out a little bit. I think this is like a week and a half that they're getting emails semi-regularly. I won't tell you all the strategy behind how this is working, but you can see the stats. It's working really well, and they're clicking a lot, actually. So you can see the stat. This is the first email that I even give them a link to click, and they're clicking at 36%. That's pretty crazy, and the bounce rate's getting better. Okay, that high bounce rate might also level out because I added the email verification at a different point. Okay. can see screen. Okay, sorry. You can see 40 people are waiting here. Okay. And then it ends. And usually, like I said last time, you want to add like a wait step here that's like 365 days so that you can add to this flow if you want, or track people, because once they're out of this flow, you'll never really get them back again. These execution logs and stuff, they're not very great for tracking people through here, but I'm trying not to get in the weeds too much on this. But I wanted to show you, this isn't the only thing that has to do with this flow. I also had to do individual flows for other things, because sometimes you can only do so much in one flow, and it'll say you can't do, like, I can't do email verification plus like valid, a conditional step. If they are valid, then they keep going, stuff like that. I do get tripped up a little. So I couldn't put in that flow that they clicked, but I created a new pipeline or a new workflow that tracks when they clicked an email, and then they go into a different pipeline stage. So you can see kind of that. I'm just going to go through those just to show you in case later in the replay you want to like copy what I did or something. I'm actually going to make a snapshot of this system because it's pretty awesome. Okay. And then I'll show you, actually, I won't show you the pipeline. I think you can guess. I just don't want to, I guess it's fine. Let's see. So the pipeline is in opportunities. They should probably just call it pipeline. But this is where you build them. And this is cold email. Jacqueline's the salesperson, so that can always be changed to a different salesperson. This is where they were auto emailed. That was a step. When they opened, that was another workflow. They went in here. And then if they clicked, they go into here. So then the salesperson can log in, and she can just see who's been clicking. And there's been a few that were clicking a lot. So we already have hot leads and more in here. So I'll go in there and probably forward some of the best ones to them. And then I thought that she could manually email them or manually call them. And then when she drags them to these, they get tagged. So if they were called before, then there's a tag. And then just for future reference, if you want to look for people that were called and then look at the notes or something, if that's better for your sales later down the line. But this is kind of how I went through it. And then when they're won or lost, they get tagged too. So that is an example of kind of a hybrid operational promotional automation. For the newsletter that we're going to design today, I use AI on and off. Like, I like to do the fun parts. So I like to design emails, and I like to do them kind of traditionally. I don't use a lot of AI for it, but I do know how to use the tools, and I have been dabbling, but it's not, what I'm used to. But AI can help me cut down on a lot of things. So I actually went in here and I strategized this myself. I thought I need an excuse to email Orange County Network locals every week. I just want to check the chat and make sure you guys are good. I think we're good. Okay. So let me go back. So I was thinking of, what would be a good excuse to email these people? And I put in a prompt that said, I want to do hot events every month. Then that's like, the first week of the month or the last week of a month. And then I asked it for the content for me to make a template of events that are going on around the area. And then I thought maybe I could do like a small business highlight, since they're planning on doing advertising for the businesses that partner with them and are in the directory, that they could highlight small businesses maybe on a Saturday of, the second week of the month or something. And then another newsletter could be like coupons and offers, and that'll like keep the subscribers engaged with the list. And I asked for content for that. And then something content related, like a blog, is a good excuse to email. So I thought one of the easiest ones would be top rated Orange County network or Orange County happy hours. And then I thought we could do polls in the emails that keep people clicking. And then lastly, there could be a template that advertises the services of Orange County Network. So that's an excuse to email 4 times in a month, and it keeps it real templated and easy to do. So then I asked for Claude to do the research and give me some of the content, and then I was arguing with it like, I hate emojis, take those out, take out the M dashes. I'm always telling it to do. And yeah, I was saying I don't want to get caught in spam, take out the emojis. And I was reformatting, so it's given me all this. Claude is amazing. The desktop has different options than the browser version, and the extension has different versions and features to use. I wanted to touch on that a little. So I love using all 3 of them. And then I'm asking it to template the small business spotlight for me. So it's kind of giving me the bulk of it. Here's the happy hour content. Here's what a poll could look like. Which happy hour are they most compelled to try? Then we have some data that we can actually share with the B2B businesses that we partner with through OCN. Yeah, I'm just conversating with the AI. And then I gave the AI the templates that I saw in the CRM and said, generate me some mock-ups that kind of fit the thing so I can copy it. And then it gave me these. And a lot of businesses won't have a brand guide set up yet. So, sometimes I'll give the AI like a screenshot of just the first fold of the homepage and say, make me a small brand guide that includes the main colors and the main fonts. Sometimes I have to say, tell me what sister fonts are in Canva if I'm designing, graphics in Canva. So that's how deep you can go. And then I downloaded the mockups as a PDF so I can kind of copy them. And that's as far as I got and need to go. So I'll need to copy this stuff once I get started. So I'm back in the marketing area and in the emails area where you'll see statistics, campaigns, and templates. And I've already explained on my last trainings, I like to start with templates first because you can either convert them into a campaign like this, just click create campaign, or you can plug them into the automations really easy. The CRM had a little struggle getting me this template, but I found this template. I'm going to show you the hard way first. I went to create and I went to email marketing templates, and there's a bunch of them that you can pick from. And it, for the first time ever, was kind of struggling to load it. So I'm glad it's there now. But this is the one that I picked and the one that I gave Claude to recreate for me. So we'll go in there now and kind of edit it.
Hey Ivy, have you talked about the idea of warming up the email account prior to doing these HTML emails?
Yes, I have gone over everything. I've gone over all the account foundations, the warming up, how you can track it in the thing. I sent the email that gave them like a warm-up schedule, all the little things you can do to have the best chances at the best stats, how long it could take. And then the second week we went over workflows. You probably heard all that.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about like how to actually design it, because people were asking, where do you get the content? Like, what's the strategy? Like, what are we emailing, So I thought, well, here's a business that we're actually working on and how we're thinking about, making sure we have an excuse to email. And you may get away with emailing twice a week. That's a pretty normal cadence. But for this business, we just want to get some content for once a week. So everybody should be striving to do at least once a week, at least once a month, if you're not doing that yet. So this is what Claude came up with. This is the PDF of what it thought we could make an email look like. And I don't mind that it's simple. We just need to match the colors, get the logo on there. This is the second one. Here's the monthly events, small business spotlight. Okay, so I'm going to show you the hard way, and I'll struggle a little bit because I haven't even touched this, needing to do this. And I was kind of explaining before Greg came back on, that I was asked, why do I do the work while people are on the live instead of just having the stuff done and just showing them? And I do that because I want you to see where I get stuck and how I think and how I get out of being stuck and how I strategize, what tools I use, and just adopting someone's brain by being able to see them working live, I think is valuable. So I try to do like a little bit of both. Always label things good. I keep telling everybody that. What is our first? Okay, this one's a top 3 happy hours. I think that was the content email. So we're going to call this content email template. And for most of you, that would be like a blog. And this will encourage.
And what I do real quick, I might name that OCN, because maybe he has different products, or you have different businesses or products, so it's like OCN. So we know it's for the Orange County network. And again, this particular business only has the Orange County network, but for me, I've got like I have like the launch ads, launch CRM, launch webinars, launch data. So I'll do LD for launch data, LC for I'll abbreviate so I know what that email template's for.
Yeah. I just clicked the elements. I don't know if you guys have done, drag and drop web development and stuff like that. It's super easy. It's a lot like that in emails, and emails often will look kind of like a landing page. These ones do. And we don't have the logo in here, I don't think. And it wasn't easy to get on the site, but normally it is. So normally you would just right click. Normally a business would have their logo, obviously, but normally you would right click and then say like open the image, and it would have its own, and it would get big and stuff, but I don't have that. So I would have to get it from the owner, but drag it. And then I'll finally introduce you to Canva, where this is before AI.
And you know what else? I want to make one comment, and I got to go. I want to say one thing. So, Kevin, I just dropped a YouTube video. I figured out the domain and the product issues, and I made a video, put up to YouTube, gave that to you, so that's there. And number 2, I'd be interested to see what you're doing. Could you take the logo? Could you take your copy? Could you go to Ask AI and say, hey, Ask AI, please take this copy, please take this logo and format it and apply it to this standard template and have AI do it. I don't know if it'll work, but it'd be interesting to see if it would.
Are you talking to me about doing AI?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. I'm definitely going to touch on how to do AI because I've already done it a little bit with another client. So I'm trying to show them the hard way that we've been doing for years before AI existed.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go. I'll be back. Or if you need me, let me know somehow. Okay. I don't know how. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Obviously I put in the wrong dimensions here. I have Canva Pro. It's $18 a month now. I don't know if you guys use Canva. Let me know in the chat. I'm going to figure out how to resize it. So we're going to go to info on what I grabbed, which was Control Windows S was how I screenshot just the logo. And I'm going to look at the details to find out what the dimensions are. It's a 408 by 102. So I'm going to resize. I'm going to lock this and say the width is 408 by 102. And I'm just going to resize this design. Oh, okay. We'll do 40. Did it let me? Okay. Oh, I copied and resized it. That's okay. What? What just happened? That's weird. Oh no, I don't want to lock it. What did I say it was? Was it 40? No, I need the width to be 102. My coffee's not working. Let's try that. Okay, that's better. There's my elements. It's probably going to be not a good, it's going to be like blurry, but so we're going to get the real deal, but I'm just showing you how you may have to create all these elements in Canva and how I'm doing it and how I use Canva. You may want to compress to basically just like page load speeds, email loading. If you have big images, we'll slow that or it can get stuck in spam. I haven't had to worry too much about it. So we're going to upload that now. From my downloads. And I stress this all the time too, is to like organize your assets by folders, add folders and organize those assets because it can get real messy when you don't label things good. Okay, that looks like not good, but you get the point. We were trying to copy this. Normally I would do graphics. This is all text. I didn't even consider that, but normally I would do a hero image. And what I like about this template is that you could make a background or a hero image behind the text on this one. So I like that, but I'm glad I showed you Canva because that's where I would be creating those hero images. Let's see. I probably should have. This is one of them, super simple. This was a part of their welcome series. This is a kitchen company that I used like a product photo on and just put like a branded text on it. This is another one from the same company, a hero image with a clickable button. I designed all this in Canva. Canva has templates. So let's just like add a page. You should be organized in Canva as well. Sometimes I'll do like a whole batch of social media posts. Like I'll do all the holidays, all the major holidays of the whole entire year, and I'll do it all in just one design like this and just keep adding pages. And you can go to templates here on the left side and say, I don't know if we did this before, but maybe email hero image, see what comes up. These don't look, maybe this one would be a decent one to edit. Obviously, you'd have to edit all these elements to be like on brand. But Black Friday is coming. I know we're going to be talking a lot about it, especially for e-commerce. And I know we have a coach in the chat. I'm sure you're going to be thinking about quarter four. Quarter four should be making like most of your revenue for the year for most industries. And so we're going to be talking about that and getting everyone set up on phone services because SMS text message marketing is what killed it last year because email and sales in general have just been down for years now. But as you can see, I have all these options to edit. And then, it's pulling these templates based on that size and that template. That probably it's probably a 600 by 600 pixel square because I like to make the hero images 600 wide. That's what email used to be. I don't know what it is now, but you can go to templates here in Canva and search for email and you'll get like a full email. So now we have Claude can do it, or you can look through these designs for inspiration. You could probably even put in your industry if you're in real estate or something. You may just take one element, one idea. You can take that element, resize it, make it a hero image. let's do email coach. So here's just random, probably just coach elements. I kind of like the idea of these signatures because we're used to doing that when we're emailing people one-on-one. So I haven't done this for like a brand, but I think that's a good idea, especially for a coach. I don't know if you're that available to have like your phone number on there and stuff, but so yeah, you think about how you want your emails to look, what the content is, what's a good excuse to email weekly. Okay, let's get into the AI stuff. You saw me try to create this template. I need to dig in here, and I'm not sure if I want to go with this kind of template or just start from scratch, because that's actually probably easier for me. This in-between thing, not as good for me as like what I'm used to, is just building completely from scratch or the AI. So we're gonna show you how we can do an AI email, which ends up being like a template that's editable. So we're gonna go to build with AI. I think you can also, on the side, there's always the icon that has the little sparkles is the AI option. So if you're in any template, you probably have the AI sparkles, but this is just the AI. We'll say OCN AI template for content email, which is usually a blog. And the blog strategy is good because if you're doing weekly blogs on your website, that's improving your SEO. It's giving you an excuse to email, and then you just do like a snippet of the blog because it's probably a long one, and then put a button in there that says learn more. So let's just build from scratch. I think it would do a better job than even the Claude did. I probably should have told Claude, like, give me a graphic because this is really text heavy. Thankfully, I think I can just highlight all this and say, design me an email that matches OrangeCountyNetwork.com's branding. This email will be a content email sharing the top 3 happy hours in Irvine, I think. Please include the logo at the top, a hero image of people enjoying a happy hour, the content I'm about to copy and paste. Greg says, don't even worry about typing and spelling correct. Copy and paste for you and include a survey at the bottom that asks people which of the 3 they are most interested in trying. And then I'm just going to copy and paste the content. Oh, I reached the character limit. Let's see, how much do I have to get rid of? How far off am I? Dang. You know what? What if we did no content? I can just input that myself. Okay. All right, let's just see what it does. You know, I could have attached the PDF or a screenshot of the website. Let's just see what it does. Donnie, do you use Canva for your graphics? Do you outsource your graphics?
No, I do everything. I use Canva, yes.
Okay. Do you have a brand guide, and are you tight on all of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I have a brand guide.
Okay.
It's actually on the whiteboard behind me on the wall.
Oh. I don't know how long this will take, but I did this for another client and I was pretty impressed with it. The it's different. It's definitely different than how I normally design an email. And I honestly don't know how they perform against each other. Oh, wow. I mean, that's pretty good. I'd have to split test because this is different than I would do, because I would normally do a hero image with, maybe this stuff, but then it's always adding this text, and the spacing is a little different than I would normally do. But I like how it makes it like a landing page. And it looks like, an email you'd get from Big Lots or something. Like, I never got this sophisticated with designing emails, but this is interesting. I'd probably delete that. I like this part. So I'd keep it real simple. You don't need your emails to be really long. They get clipped in the Google and the ESPs, but you want to make things clickable. This would go to the blog. So yeah, this gets you pretty far. What's great right now is we have the free AI for the summer, and it's ending in a few days. And then I think they're going to roll out the pricing. I'm told right now that it's based on like dynamic components. So when you ask it for a prompt and it's saying like, okay, I'm doing research. Okay, I'm doing designing. It's charging you per element, like as much as the AI is thinking you're being charged, but they're saying each prompt is like, under 10 or 20 cents. So I don't know about the email design, but this would be amazing if it really cut down our time that much. Do you guys, do you lean more toward AI or do you lean more toward traditional?
I'm a AI. I use it a lot.
Yeah. Is this in line with like what you would find acceptable and just edit this?
Most of my emails are just simple text.
Okay.
My people are simple.
Also, yeah, like when you're doing cold email, even when we're like warming up the servers, just for people that aren't that experienced and they're just getting started, you want to start with like more plain emails, plain text. Even if you start designing, you could just like put the logo at the top, like almost like a header of a what do you call those, stationery, and just do plain text and start adding elements, because if you go full blown elements, it could trigger spam traps and stuff. But you should be pretty good on like full blown designs like this with the warm traffic, people that are opting into your website and stuff like that. So love that this did that fast. I will probably work on what I would do differently in the traditional way, which can also be pretty simple and might even perform better. Sometimes doing things simpler but more human is better for everything, for humans, for the bots. So I'll probably work on my own version of that, and I'll split test it for you guys, and I'll let you know. Do you guys have any questions?
Oh, I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Are you still there, Kevin? No, we might have lost him. Oh, there you are.
I actually have to bounce. I appreciate your time.
Okay, no problem. Talk to you later.
Are you going to continue this? Should I watch the replay for the rest?
I think I'm probably done with like the email series, because I think that's all we kind of need. But I'd like to move into the phone services, setting up phone services, so that we can be ready for the Q4 and moving on to like other features. Definitely the pipeline.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you. Thanks.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Have a great day.
You too. Are you good, Kevin? I think you might be on mute.
There it is, I think. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Sounds good. Let us know if you need any help. You can reach us at support@launchcart.com. I think we're gonna probably see more interaction and customer service type of things in the Facebook group. So I think that might be one of the better places to go to.
I'm in the group, so.
Okay, good. And reach out to Donnie. He was willing to help you with the one-on-one. I think that would be really good.
This thing tonight, right?
What?
Yvonne's tonight, right? At 7.
What's tonight at 7?
I think Yvonne. At my
Oh,
time.
Yvonne. I don't know what time zone you're in. She's doing 4:00 PT onboarding. Her time?
Yeah, my time would be about 7. My time.
Okay. Yep, at 7, and we're gonna do a really good recording on that one and make that an evergreen onboarding call. Okay, I appreciate you.
Have a good day.
See you next time. You too. Bye.
Bye.